So these are the Sentinelese. The Sentinelese, unlike the Jawa, are more hostile towards foreigners. And you can see just by their daily activities, they have a survival that's more keen to tropicalism. So, like, say if, because this is going to get to the point that I want to make in this video. Say if you're trying to make the point that you're a Federalist, they can say, well, I'm a Tropicalist. A Tropicalist means someone who only deals with environment issues. A Federalist is someone who only deals with domestic issues. Now, these people right here are tropicalists. They're tropicalists. They only deal with environment issues. She's not a tropicalist. Okay? I've read some of their books where they were detailing about the Jawa, and they basically said in one of the passages, right? They basically said they think we're their friends. Like it's to say that they're basically there to undermine them. That's the point that she was trying to make in one of the books. It was just a random Indian lady, right? East Indian lady. And the only thing I can think of is that, when I see people make videos about, oh, I'm a Trump supporter, or, I'm a Democrat, like they always say things like that, right? The only thing I can think of is that they don't know who they are. They don't know who they are. If these people are so anti-sun, so anti-moon, so anti-climate, so anti-melanin, right? What makes you? Aren't you a tropicalist? How did you become a Federalist? How did you become a Democrat? How did you become a Republican? When did you stop being a tropicalist? These are some of the questions we have to ask ourselves, man. Because, like, when I see videos, right, the lady right now, she's on Sinetta. She's about to do a video with Sinetta, right? And they're talking about Donald Trump. Only thing I can think of is that they don't know who they are. Now, some people willingly take the position of being a op. Some of them willingly take that position because they know they're not these people. They know they're not these people right here. These people thrive in hot climates. Me personally, I thrive in hot climates. I don't like being in cold climates. That's one reason why I want to relocate. And I look at having a home as just like, one day I'll pay it off in 7 years, right? One of these days. And I can relocate. I could leave. I can leave the house. I can leave it here. And I can leave, right? I could leave during the winter months and come back during the summer months, because I'll have more money to more money to save and more money to spend. But it's crucial that we start to learn who we are, man. It's crucial that we start to learn who we are, because we can't take the position of not knowing who we are, but have the wrong idea or the wrong approach to certain things. It's very crucial. 3 days into this game, it's very crucial. So, like, I don't know, man. So the video, it says why I stand with Donald Trump. There will be a powerful political bill from two of our sisters, the pros and cons. See, that's what I mean. Like people don't know who they are. They're taking the position of being a Trump supporter, and they don't know who they are. You see, like how are you going to be pro-Trump and you don't know the history of the planet? You don't know the history of your own country. You don't know the history of the own area that you live in. Were you living in that area historically? Do you know the history of it? Do you know the history of that county? Who put the county together? Because you got to remember, the county, that's your tribal affiliation. The county is the county basically keeps records of your family. We really shouldn't be divvying up in like national matters because like we're not a nationality type of people. You know, there's no need to have a nationality when you know who you are, right? Like, what's the purpose of a nationality? It's to it's to take land that's not yours. That's the whole purpose of World War I and World War II. The Germans coming to invade. The Italians coming to invade. So, you know, I'm gonna I, I'm probably gonna like listen to the video with Sinetta, and I'm probably gonna add my 2 cents. You know, because it's like you want to be able to like leave tidbits behind. You know, like when people start to catch on and start to realize like, oh, really, like it really if it matters. You know, some people they just will never get it, man. But these people, this is how you supposed to be living, black man, black woman. Stop mixing your genes. Stop choosing a lighter male when you're a dark female. Black man, stop snow bunny hopping. You know, some of us will never get it. I'm telling you, some of us will never get it. Every time I turn on my TikTok, right, they always push this multicolorism approach on my algorithm. So far since I've like been able to like follow Sudanese TikTokers, they've been pushing a lot of Sudanese TikTok. But before that, they used to push a lot of multicolorism, right? It'll be the single mother who will be dark skinned and she'll have the lighter complected child. It'll be the dark skinned African male, right, who will be with the European woman. It'll always be some type of interraciality involved. You know what I mean? But Sudanese, they don't play that. That's the thing I like about the Sudanese. Here and there, some of their women leave, some of their men leave, but as a majority, they don't play that multicolorism thing. They don't play that scheme. They stick to themselves. They stick to themselves. They don't play that stuff, man. That's why I love South Sudanese. I like South Sudanese culture. I like Kenyan culture. I like Ugandan culture. I like all the strong East African cultures. West African cultures, you gotta like the Senegalese, you know. I was never like into like Angolan culture like that really, or Togo culture. Um, those cultures they're not as strong as the Ugandan cultures. They're not as strong as the South Sudanese cultures. South Sudanese is as close as you get to this culture right here. all these people, the Sentinelese, the Jara, it don't get no stronger as a culture than that. Even the Fijian has their own type of culture as opposed to just being multicolorous. The Fijians, even them, the dark-skinned Fijians, they stick to themselves, and the light-skinned Fijians, they stick to themselves. They don't mix. You see what I'm saying? So I really like the fact that um, people get it around the world. It's just the people in America, they don't get it. You know, like a person in America, right? A person in America, right? They'll call themselves black, right? But in a hop, skip, in a second, they'll help a person who's not black, as opposed to helping someone else who's black. You see what I mean? They'll do something like that, right? They'll allow people to come here and call themselves Americans. They'll do that. They'll allow that to happen. They'll allow it to happen. You know? So this is another video I'm going to upload. And you all take care. Great peace, Yako.